Hey guys, welcome back to Enlisted Quick Tips episode 4. Today we're gonna be looking at how does Enlisted event system works, the 20,000 points every 2 days. And I'll be honest, it does look a bit confusing, but once you get to the bottom of it, it's actually very simple. So let's get into it. As usual, you can find all of the events down here, and usually they're called reinforcements received, and then there's whatever the topic is. So this one is APCs. If you don't know what that stands for, it means Armored Personnel Carriers. And well, here's one of the rewards you can get. And obviously every single event you get different rewards. You get planes, you get tanks, you squads. Usually most often they are squads, but sometimes you get tanks and planes as well. So if you click up here on the reinforcements received, you will get the whole shenanigans, and they're gonna say what kind of event it is and from which date it runs till what date and what times the days reset and all that. And this is the confusing bit with all of the stages, with all of the progression, and just people get confused left and right and center. If you scroll down even more, you will have some information about the main rewards. In this case, these are the Armored Personnel Carriers, the Universal Carrier, and the SD Caves at 2519. That's pretty cool. Looking forward to it. And then if you scroll even more down, there's going to be a lot more information in terms squads are issued to specific countries in this event. Basically means if this is German SDKFZ, you'll be able only to use it by German army, and same goes for the carrier here. It is British but widely used allies as well. That's what it says here anyway. Since we don't have British, you'll be using this with the Americans. So you can't just get a reward and then use it in whichever country you want. Now let's get to the bottom of this whole 20,000 score a day in 2 days shenanigans. So let's start explaining one by one of each of the parts of the event what they mean. So first things first, the 20,000 score. What is the 20,000 score? Which score is the 20,000 we need to get? So that's when you finish a match and you get the end screen with the chart of both teams, and you have your kills, your vehicle kills, assists, engineering squad, and whatever else things are there. The last score, the whatever 2,000, 5,000, 7,000, doesn't matter how much you get, that's the score that you need to save up all the way to 20,000. Doesn't mean you need to get it in one game. You can do 20 games and get 1,000 score each game, or you can do 2 games and get 10,000 score in each of them. It really does not matter. It's that score at the end of the chart. Now the next one is, if you look at these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you know, so on, each of these numbers are 2 days. So you got 2 days to get the 20,000 score. It's not 1, 2. It's not like these are the days. Each of these numbers are the 2 days. And this is the little panel down here where it's going to show you how much of the battle score you have saved up over however many battles you do. So if you do the 20k in 1 day, you know that in the second day you really don't need to play to get any score because you've already done it. I'm going to take the current situation where I am with this event right now, and I really hope that it's going to be enough to explain you how it works. So you can see we are currently at stage 4 out of 6. So now which ones are stages and which ones are just regular day numbers? So stages are the golden numbers here. You can see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. If you count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, those are the 6 stages you want to finish to get all of the rewards. And down here you can see the progression of the stages, which are basically how many times you need to get the 20,000 to finish the stage. And again, you can see we are at 1 out of 2. And if we are at stage 4 right now, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, it's the golden weapon order, is the stage 4 that we are currently working towards. And we've already done 1 progression. We've already done 20,000, which was the last 2 days. And that's the number 7 we've currently done. That's why it says 1 out of 2. So we have checked off the number 7 right now. Now today I'm going to play and I'm going to get the 20,000 score. The progression is going to go up to 2 out of 2. I've done it the second time, and that's going to fulfill the stage 4, and I'll get the gold weapon order. After you do get the 20,000, this purchase button is going to change to collect or something like that. Can't remember. Make sure you always collect that you've done it if you leave it and you go to bed and you wake up the next day and the next circle of 2 days starts, that's gonna go to waste and it's not gonna count. You always need to collect it. Now, when we're gonna do this, this is gonna go 20 out of 20 and it's gonna go all gray, telling you that you've done it and you don't no longer need to do it. And these numbers are gonna go up to stage 5 and progression is gonna be 0 out of 2 once we do the 20,000 today, because we're gonna be on stage 5, which is this number 10. But since we've not done any days of 20k, it's just gonna say 0. So yeah, I really hope that, does that make sense? It should make sense. Like, it just, like, it works in my mind. I hope it works in your mind too. They've done it in a very confusingly way, and I'm not entirely sure why, but maybe, you know, if people miss days or misunderstand something, maybe you end up spending gold and you buy gold by real money, and after all, this is a game and it's a business, so I guess you can kind of find your motives why some things are more confusing than others, but that is basically how this thing works. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to be explaining much more about Enlisted, little things in all of the tabs. We've done the UI overview, and now we're going to start diving into like separate parts of the UI and take a deep dive and explain them more and more. So if you're a new Enlisted player, make sure you stick around, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.